and the Kenya Editors Guild and the team that is working on getting results. Of course, we'll report on the incidences during that election day, and we shall also be issuing regular press statements. We have been doing, and then lastly, on the question of the deployment, we have reports. So the Election Observation Group, which has been there since 2010, has been producing reports. We have had quite a number of surveys on different topics around elections. We have had policy briefs, and we have accumulated a lot of data. One of the most interesting data that perhaps you can be able to share for purposes of just your consumption is that our observation since 2010 indicates that the Commission have actually been doing better in terms of management of technology. Now, there's a big debate right now about the management of technology, especially on E-Day. So that would be useful data in terms of, as we discuss, there are consultations over the process, how then do we use that kind of information to be able to come up with the best remedies to the issues which are being raised in terms of technology. I've talked about the pre-election report, so it will be available for all partners and all stakeholders. My last point, and especially in terms of the media, is this. And I think we've talked about, most of these issues have been conversed already in this particular workshop. That it's very good that there's partnerships which are being developed right now, especially between the media and the Election Commission. And we extend that same partnership from a CSO point of view, how we can all be able to work together in concert to ensure elections are successful. Eric talked about fact-checking, so I'll not go back to that. Objective coverage is an area of interest for us. We've been monitoring media since January, and we can be able to tell you these media houses and the coverage and who is getting the most of the attention, some of the instances about hate speech. We can also confirm what, again, Eric talked about in the morning, that social media is where the new frontier for hate speech and misinformation is. And then lastly is a question of engagement with the other actors. So if these partnerships that we are having can be extended to these other groups, these other agencies. ICT ministry, for instance, is going to be very influential in the elections. How are we extending, what kind of partnership are we having in respect to the ICT ministry, to the Communications Authority of Kenya, and even internal affairs? Because we know Internal Affairs Ministry has also been involved very heavily in terms of matters to do with elections. We may talk about the Commission allowing the media, for instance, to access the results, or to access the information that they can be able to display in terms of the election results. But what about the internal ministry and the kind of curtailing they can also be able to bring to the entire process in the name of, national security or whatever other excuses that could be there. So it would be important to be able to have an advanced engagement in terms of meeting expectations of all these other agencies, so that by elections day we are all one team and in concert. That's the end of my presentation. I thank you.